Hey there, sales champions, and welcome back to Blackwoods Academy Sales Tip of the Day. If you like the video, if you like the channel, please hit subscribe, hit the like button. Gives me a little motivation, boosts my, motivation and energy to do more of these free videos. So look, have you ever felt like you're losing, the sales conversation, losing control of it? Like the prospect is dictating the terms and shutting you down, so you can't even get to the point or make your sales statement or benefits. He's just taking full control of what's happening. That's called a frame battle. And if you don't control the frame, you will lose the sale. So today I'm going to show you how to win a frame battle and how to control the narrative and close more deals. So let's just get straight into it. No huff, no guff, no Hufflepuff. Look, in sales, the frame is the perspective or lens through which the conversation is happening. Whoever controls the frame controls the conversation. This doesn't mean you have to be loud, controlling, or dictating, or running through anyone. It's just that sales isn't just about the features or benefits. It's about the dynamic between you and the prospect. A prospect with a strong frame might dominate you and leave you defenseless to close the deal. So today we're going to be talking about what type of frames are there, how to identify them, when you're losing control, and techniques to shift or reclaim the frame. So what is a frame battle? Well, like I said, it's a battle that happens when your perspective clashes, with your perspective. So if you're pitching a value, but the prospect frames it as overpriced, you're in a battle of perspectives. And the core psychology of this is that frames are rooted in authority, trust, and perception. Humans instinctively defer to the frame they believe has more power or more validity. So this is in real life as well. Whether you're talking to someone, like a frame battle can be, Lord of the Rings is better than Star Wars. That's a frame. Now, it doesn't mean you have to accept it. You can try to change it. You can try to influence it if you don't agree with it. Maybe you do, and you just go with that frame. But if you want to change it, this is what a frame battle is. So, for example, a prospect might say, "I don't have time to, I don't have time for this." And then you go, "Well, that's exactly why you need my solution, because this will save you time and hours of work every week, so you do have more time." Or if they say your product's too expensive, you don't argue with them. That's not how you break a frame. You don't go, "No, it's not." You just go, "Look, it's not about the price. It's the return you'll see." Now, the reason why it is the second most expensive product on the market or whatever it is, you don't. The reframing of it is not that you go into an argument and go, "No, you're wrong." The reframing is exactly with the price of, "Well, this is a little bit of an expensive solution." You just go, "Yeah, you're right. It is an expensive solution. But the reason for why it is so expensive is because," and then you go into the benefits. So you're reframing it from being a bad thing to a good thing. That's like, yes, you are, but you're paying for value. So that is kind of the whole deal about it, that you don't want to just go, "No, you're wrong. This is why you should buy my frame." You need to convince them. You need to get them to buy into your frame. So power frame, for example, that's one type of frame. Dominance and authority. Example, CEO asserting control, asserting control over the conversation, or and how do you counter that? Well, it's hard. He's your boss. He could get you fired, but mirror their confidence and maintain calm authority. You don't want to lose your composure or control. Time frame. I only have 10 minutes. That's a frame. They set up a frame. They only have 10 minutes. Counter. Reframe the urgency by emphasizing the efficiency. Perfect. 10 minutes is all I need. I can show you how we can help you in 10 minutes. I do this all the time when I give someone a call. One of the first things is to show them that I respect their time and respect who they are. I will start off most of my cold calls with, they will answer the phone like, "Hello," or, "Hey, this is John," or something. I'll say, "Hey, John, my name is Bjarne. I'm calling for company X. Do you have 2 minutes for me?" I always say 2 minutes, because that means if they don't have a lot of time, everyone has 2 minutes. Gets a great hit rate, and they usually will go. If they just go, "No, I don't," buy, like, then it was a dead conversation anyway. If they will go in, like, the most cases, it will be either, "Yes, I have 2 minutes, but be quick about it," or like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I got time, what's up?" Or like, "Well, depends on what it is," or "Depends on why you're calling." Then you have moral authority frame. And it's basically, a prospect is taking a stance on principle or ethics. And how do you cross that or change their frame, you have to align with their values. Subtly shift the conversation. That's exactly why we support what they're valuing, what they're looking for, what their ethics are. So you want to also have the expert frame up. When the prospect challenges you with their knowledge, when they go kind of like, well, really, if you're trying to make this more efficient, you need to do A, B, and C. Then you need to position yourself as not smarter than them necessarily, but more as a collaborative expert. Yeah, and say something like, "Hey, look, you clearly know your stuff," and I think that you'll see that our approach complements what you're already doing. You never want to go into a fight or overshadow them. Look at the 48 laws of power. You know, it's the same with your boss. Never outshine the master. And you just want to be, it needs to be a cooperation, a collaboration, a co-working feeling. You're there to help them solve a problem. It's not a competition. So recognize and disrupting and countering the frames. Look, signs that you're losing the frame, interruptions, dismissive comments. I've heard this before, seen it. We have something like this. Defensive or combative questions. And how do you step in and counter that? Well, like I talked, pause and reset. A moment of silence can neutralize tension. Acknowledge the pivot. Hey, the prospect says, we don't need this. Then say, look, I hear you. Many of our clients felt the same way before they saw how it solved X, blah, 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 the problem. So you can use the feel, felt, found. That can help you get into it. I know feel, felt, found is old, and some people think like, oh, it's been around for a long time. There are better frameworks out there. I love it. It works. There's a reason why it has been out on the market or in the sales community for, I think it's 50 years, 40 years, because it works. If it didn't, it would have died like the dinosaurs or the dodo bird. But it works. So why complicate it? So, like I said before, reframing is not that you're saying, no, you're wrong. Then you're in an argument. You want to reframe it like we talked about with the prices. Yes, it is expensive. And here are the reasons why. Or this one that we just said, look, many of our clients felt the same way. They just didn't think they needed this until they actually did try it. So if your company offers, for example, a trial period, you can, offer that. Why don't you take a test run at it? Try it for a month. And if you like it, you keep it. If not, well, you don't have to stay. There's no commitment. Elevate your authority, of course. Speak with confidence. Assert your expertise and maintain composure. So techniques to establish and maintaining your frame. Lead with certainty. Certainty is contagious. If you believe in your solution, they will too. And I've talked about tonality in another video, and I recommend you check that out. Control the agenda. Set the terms. Here's how we'll structure this meeting. Use stories, testimonials, case studies. Stories frame, they will bypass the logical resistance and share, anything about their industry or some client that's been there, and they will anchor your frame. So master the silence, when to pause. So it forces the prospect to process your frame, and you don't seem desperate. Remember, silence is golden. If you ask or make a point, stop for a couple of seconds. Count to 3, count to 5. Let it sink in. Let them talk. Let them maybe say, well, that does sound good, or you know what, that's actually something we really need. Or if they go, well, we don't really have a problem with that, then okay, not down that road. We need to go another road. So redirect it. That's valid. Let's focus on how we can help you achieve the specific goal. So like a real other life experiences of, prospect told me once, we're already working with someone else. And I said, look, that's great. So that's, for example, it was insurance brokerage. They said, we're already working with a brokerage. And I just said, look, that's great. It means that you know the value of having a good broker. So how long have you guys been working with this brokerage firm? Well, we've been working for 3 or 4 years with them. And I said, have they been doing a good job and you're happy with them? And they said, absolutely. And instead of me going, well, we're better or something like that, I just said, well, that's great. Look, I hate to be the one to break up a good relationship. Well, a lot of my clients actually were working with someone else, and it never hurts to get a second opinion. I mean, you do that with your car, your doctor, or anyone else. So why won't you let us just take a run at it, see if we can do better, and if we can't, well, you can sleep with the peace of mind that you already have the best guy on the job. And if we can do better, then we'll take up a conversation and take it from there. And that usually will lead to a positive result. So to recap, Frame battles are part of every sales conversation. The key is to recognize them, stay composed, and use the tools like authority, time management, storytelling to control the narrative. Don't get into an argument. Smooth it over instead. Like the price again. Don't say no, it isn't expensive. Just say yes, it is. And here's the reason why. So if you want to master psychology in sales, get more sales done, make more money, live a happier life, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and check out my full course on Udemy. It's in the channel bio, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I really enjoyed this one. Fuck me, the video.